great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Damari Carroll is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Lawson dishes to Howard. Takes a big high pass and goes in. Howard's got 4 points in the quarter. Well, last year Toronto won their division and got bounced out in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Ross. It's rebounded by Houston.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
There's the pick. Valanciunas on the double team. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
And as you mentioned, the Raptors did improve last season. I mean, they cut back on their turnovers a lot. They were top 3 in the league in terms of taking care of the basketball.
To the wing on the left. And Carroll gets it to go. Rockets trail by 6. Lawson with it. Lowry picks him up. It's stolen by DeRozan. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Lowry penetrating. Ross, that's good.
Terrence Ross.
Ross has got 10 points.
And as you said, the Raptors took care of the ball a lot better and as a result had more assists. They also cut back on their fouls, and that was helpful. Little things like that made them much more competitive as a team and helped lead them to those 49 wins.
And Brewer kicks to Lawson. The offensive rebound. Capella. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. Second in fast break points. Third in steals. And they also ranked among the top 5 in points off turnovers, so did a nice job of turning people over and then turning those turnovers into points.
And as you pointed out, when it came to running the break, I mean, they were terrific. They left teams really just grasping for breath and unable to match that breakneck pace.
All right, Houston.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Power dancer. Give it up.
It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Howard's checked in for Terrence Jones. Montejunas comes in, and it's Harden in for Brewer. And then for Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's Patterson in for Ross. Oh, trying for it. Montejunas with the steal. Harden can't hit.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Lawson inside, and Howard with the stuff.
Now this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, the great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by Houston. Outside for Lowry. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe two, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's Howard with the drive, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. Raptors also changing it up. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Damari Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
In the corner, it's Patterson. Here's DeRozan. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. DeRozan's got 7. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Howard. Everly. They get the rebound. Doubled by Scola. Beverly the pass to Jones. Here's Harden on the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Down low. Here's Howard. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Assist from
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high-percentage looks.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The steal there, as gutsy a play defensively as you're going to see.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burkers across the way on the sideline.
Guys, Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Out to DeRozan. Poke loose. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes kept in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
DeRozan dishes to Lowry. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And that one's good. Beverly. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Rockets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
So for the Rockets, Montezumas comes in for Harold, and Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And it's blocked. And here we go. And Lowry gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ross against Ariza. Tries again. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. Have to value every possession.
Here's Howard. Buries it.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Lowry with the ball. Now Lawson defending.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Howard gets to Montezumas. .27 seconds left in the 4th. Count it!
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
.17 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. The pass to Kerr. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Lowry gets to Valanciunas to the right side. DeRozan in the corner. And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those three.